Gilbert Gottfried is, what is he?
A comedian.
Oh, okay.
A great comedian.
A great comedian.
A comedian's comedian.
Yes. Yes, a comic. He's the comic's comic. Actually, he's a mess.
Like most great comedians.
Right. Gilbert Gottfried is one of the most complicated men I've ever met. Complete enigma. A mystery, if you will. Haven't seen him in a long time.
Do you think that Gilbert is a happy man?
Is Gilbert happy? Absolutely not. He's got 2 bottles of free water, though. He's happy right now.
There he goes.
I have water.
He got paid for this gig. He's got 2 bottles of water.
He walks in carrying waters.
I'm like Gunga Din.
Yes. Anything we have the only thing we have here that's free is water.
And Gilbert says, let me have 2 of those.
Yeah. Do you have any used envelopes here? Can use them for scrap paper.
You put on a little weight.
Yeah, well, I've been working out. It's old muscle.
It is?
Yeah.
It's bulk.
Yeah.
Have you ever set foot in a gym?
No.
No.
I'm Savage Gilbert Gottfried.
Have you ever tried to... Savage. Have you ever... when you were a kid... I don't even know where you grew up. Where'd you grow up?
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Did they make you go to gym class?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty horrible.
Were you... I see you're a very small man. I imagine as a child you were not physically impressive. Were the kids picking on you at gym?
You think as a child I wasn't the most popular kid?
I get that feeling. I don't know why. I think you're about to blossom, though.
Yeah, you had a lot of friends, right?
Yes.
You're going to hit your stride.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you must have been like... I was reading out in Belmore they violated kids with pine cones. That must have happened to you.
Oh, what? I can only imagine. This is pine cones in the...
In the rectum.
Yes.
Oh, you're like you don't know.
Where else would I violate you?
I thought they updated it.
No, they use pine cones and golf balls and sticks.
And a stick.
Yeah.
Where was this?
Mepham High School in Belmore for the football hazing.
Well, they're working it up to bowling balls.
Yeah. You had a bowling ball.
Yes.
That's what I read.
Yes.
Come here, Gottfried. I want a pine cone bang you.
I want a bowling ball. So you've accepted a bowling ball?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. See, you got to start out with the pine cones.
Have you ever tried psychotherapy, to get to the root of the pain? No, seriously, I mean, you're a guy in pain, right? I mean, really.
If I did, it never worked, obviously.
Do you ever have emotion, or do you feel things, or have you completely repressed any kind of emotion?
Oh, yes, I cried during poetry readings.
I mean, how did you learn to deal with indifferent parents who didn't like you, and I know your sister doesn't like you.
Yes.
But I know the kids at school didn't like you.
Strangers on the street don't like me.
How did you deal with it growing up? I mean, seriously, how did you deal with the pain of not being accepted? You laughed?
Laughter.
You laughed, funny man?
Yes. Oh, that's right, yes.
No, was it difficult in your childhood?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
I don't understand people who go, boy, I wish I was a kid again. Those were great.
There was nothing good about it. When is the last time you cried? I mean, aside from right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, but I'm crying on the inside
every
now.
Day? Yeah.
Yes.
No, I mean, you're laughing about it, but I imagine you're quite sad.
Yeah. I'm like Pagliacci.
When you look in the mirror, do you ever look at yourself and say, oh, I look good today?
No.
Never.
No.
Never happens. You never have a day like that.
I don't have, like, a good day.
You don't?
I go, wow, I look really hot.
Have you ever had a day you were happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Once.
No, it'll last for, like, 5 minutes, and I go, what am I happy about?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Yes.
That's about as much as we're going to learn.
When does Dr. Phil come out?
No, I'm just saying, I have no idea what it's like to be you. I know it's got to be difficult. I've never seen anybody more miserable. I mean, really, I thought I was bad. But
he makes you feel happy.
I know your reputation is a guy who's very frugal. In other words, a guy who doesn't like to spend money.
You mean cheap?
Cheap Jew.
Yeah. But in real life, I just toss the money around. Yeah.
No, but I mean, I know your girlfriend. I know you, and I know you won't even take her to a nice dinner. And I know that, like, I suggested to Gilbert to go to a nice dinner. He looked at me like I was crazy.
Why don't you invite Gilbert and his girlfriend out? I would love to know that.
Please, the awkward silence kills me.
Story. Come on.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to be there.
Sacrifice yourself for us.
Anytime I've run into you outside of here, it's just been miserable.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Two miserable guys.
Like 2 seconds go by, and it feels like an hour.
Well, I don't get the feeling you really like me.
I saw you guys interacting at your New Year's party.
Oh,
that was great.
That was fun.
Yeah, last time I invited Gilbert in.
Where your eyes start darting around trying to see where's an escape.
You actually noticed that.
Yeah.
Well, I think we both felt that way.
Yeah.
What is it, John?
I was traveling with Gilbert, right? And we got breakfast in the plane. They get like a tiny bottle of maple syrup for the pancakes.
Yes.
So Gilbert uses half the bottle, and then I look at him like take the other half and put the cap back on and put it in his pocket. So I go, Gilbert, are you bringing that home? He goes, you caught me.
Gilbert, let me ask you something.
Yes.
I know you make a good living.
Yes.
You could buy a bottle of maple syrup when you get home. I mean, why take a bottle of maple syrup? Seriously, do you ever ask yourself, like, you could buy 20 bottles right now, and you wouldn't even know the difference in your bank account.
It was that special airline maple syrup.
It was the size of a shot glass.
Yeah.
Right. A tiny little bit. I mean, you couldn't put it on a half a pancake.
And I'm still using it.
Why do you do it? Seriously.
I have to use it sparingly.
He has not escaped that childhood. Maybe they were poor when he was
Were you a poor kid growing up in Brooklyn?
Yes, we lived in a shack.
Are you a Depression-era child? Are you really 70 or 80 years old? I mean, really, your mother must have gone through the Depression. Is that it?
I guess so.
She gave birth to you and then got depressed?
Yes.
Gilbert's got a disease. I mean, it's a disease because we all went out to dinner on that same trip, and it's me and Artie and John, and we're all sitting at the table, we're ordering, and Gilbert goes, I'm not hungry. And I'm going, everyone's eating. What's going on? And I know there's food at the gig.
He turns to me and goes, there's going to be food at the gig, right?
But I go, Gilbert, are you not ordering because you don't want to pay? And he just goes,
And I gotta ask.
It's crazy.
I gotta ask him one question. He has to be driven because he got there early. He has to be driven to Disney World alone. So this woman dropped him off at Disneyland alone, and he spent the whole day at Disneyland. So I'm asking him, Gilbert, what'd you do at Disneyland? He won't tell me. He won't say if he went on any rides.
Did you go on the rides, Gilbert?
No, just walked around.
You just walked around?
Went in one or two things.
You didn't want to pay for the rides?
No, you're already in there.
So you can get all the free rides.
But hold on a second. Did you pay to get in?
No.
How did you get them to pay?
I have to get one thing out of being in Disney.
Someone told me, and I don't believe this for a minute, that you went there and molested 12-year-olds.
Yeah, yes.
That's what I'm worried
true.
about. Why would a guy want to go to Disneyland alone?
And I need to be alone.
She was 12 and a half, and she was asking for it.
and he was there for 10 hours.
What do you do?
You walked around. I assume you took some rides.
Yeah.
You're assuming a lot.
No, I mean, I can't imagine you walked around and did nothing.
Yeah, went in one or two of those things. I don't know what
it doesn't bother you to be alone at an amusement park.
It was either that or the hotel room.
Do you? Wait a minute, because, most of the rides are two-seaters. So when you get on the ride, do they put somebody else in there with you, or are you alone?
Did you go to the Dumbo teacups?
As an actor,
I should have.
As an actor, I'm sure you're very aware of the camera. Do you have a good side, or does that not exist for you?
No, it doesn't exist.
No, it's very disturbing that he goes to a Disneyland alone.
Really? Why is that?
Because there's nothing but little kids there with their parents.
Well, why? Maybe he wants to go on the rides.
There are not any great rides at Disney.
There aren't?
No.
I went there. I went on rides.
You were at Disney World, number one. Disneyland is a kiddie park.
John was amazed that I went to Disneyland.
The teacup ride, like he says. What do you get on?
And I'm thinking,
did you go on the teacup ride?
No. I went to some of those 3D things, and
do you think
maybe the Michael Jackson one?
I didn't see the Michael Jackson one.
Do you think that maybe? What do you think? He's a pedophile? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm beginning to believe this.
It's one of the
Did you want a childhood? Is that what you're saying? You didn't get enough?
Yes. I closed the park down for me.
You wanted to fill the empty hole.
And me and LaToya.
Right.
Because we're getting back to
But the 3D is Muppets in 3D. Oh, yeah. Why would you see that?
When you're out of town, I mean, if there's a mall there, you feel like, wow, this is a great place.
All right, so you went, and were you recognized? Did people...
some people,
very few.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, you're not answering the question. Do they put other people in the rides with you, or do you sit in that teacup all by yourself?
It was pretty sparse when I was there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the children throw things at you?
Yes.
And what about your film career? Is it non-existent at this
I'm
point?
that man staring at me.
Why am I not seeing you in films anymore?
He offered me candy.
Why am I not seeing you in movies anymore? Is it over for you?
Well, the script just...
Are you being selective? Is that
You're going for quality work?
No, I'm telling you, yesterday I had PBS on for some reason or other. When I turned on my TV, it was Channel 13.
Oh, Cyber Chase.
And I heard Gilbert's voice coming out of the TV, so I turn around and look, and it's some kind of mechanical bird.
Yes,
right.
Cyber Chase every weekend, because I know 3-year-olds listen to this show.
So you play a bird a lot for some reason. People.
They always see you as a bird.
Yeah, a lot of the casting agencies.
And the Aflac duck.
Right.
Which I saw something on VH1 Best Commercials. And they did a whole segment on Aflac. Didn't mention me once.
Right.
Yeah.
People don't even like to bring your name
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
They can't enjoy it if they think about you.
They figure people will move to another insurance company.
Sometimes I expect you to come flying in here like a bird.
A parrot.
Because he was the parrot in Sinbad.
Yes, Rusty, we're on the air. Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's in Manhattan. Hey, Rusty.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, Artie.
What?
He bombed huge during Stone Cold, man. It was embarrassing.
What do you mean?
It wasn't funny, man. It was annoying. He's doing that same hillbilly voice.
Oh, he was funny. Wasn't Artie funny during Stone Cold?
I walked in late. Could you do it again?
Hey, how are you?
Gilbert rules, dude.
Artie, do the part where Gilbert meets Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh,
that was great.
Shut up, you stupid little Jew. Let me introduce you to my friend, Full Nelson.
You're kidding. That's
this guy,
funny.
you know what? I've run into these wrestling fans before. They get real upset if you mess with a wrestler. They really get annoyed at you.
All right. Well, what can I tell you? Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Howard, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, what's this Gina Gershon last night with Ted Demi's ashes? You kind of played it down, but she's a nutcase.
Well, look, she came in with her friend's ashes, Ted Demi, the director, and asked me if I wanted to be part of a movie she was making where you can talk to Ted Demi's ashes.
You know how the guy died?
He had a heart attack playing basketball.
He OD'd on blow.
No.
No.
No, I don't know that. Did he?
I thought he died on a basketball.
He had a heart attack playing basketball.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the truth, sir. I don't know, but all I know is I said to Gina, look, you're a beautiful woman. There isn't much I wouldn't do for you. But I'm not going to be in some movie where what am I going to say to Ted Demi's ashes? I'm going to look like a retard.
Yeah, she's hot as hell, but you can't be talking to ashes in a movie.
And I declined doing it. I said I have nothing to say to his ashes.
Artie went over to the house and started doing a hillbilly voice to the ashes. Said, hey, how you ashes doing?
Artie, do Stone Cold talking to Ted Demi's ashes.
Come here, you little Jew ashes.
I didn't do, I don't know. You're in Mickey Philharmonic next year, right?
Mickey Philharmonic. Oh, that's...
Philharmagic? I don't know what that is. I got to know. Something Gilbert's involved
So
in.
she's doing a movie. Everyone talks to the ashes?
Yeah.
I can't get over this.
I said, who's going to go see that? And, I don't care. Hey, Ted might have been a good friend. Or I don't even know the guy. What would I say to the ashes?
Gilbert's in it. The ashes are going to talk to a parrot.
And who's going to go see this movie? No. You got to be kidding me.
And does he ever answer?
It's horrifying.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, it was a very awkward moment.
Maybe, and she puts him in a blender at the end.
I don't know. Right? Didn't you think it was weird?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't believe she actually had his ashes.
It's actually kind of a funny idea, but as a movie, I don't think anybody would watch it.
If you didn't take it seriously at all, it would be a good movie.
Well, trust me, I wouldn't have taken it seriously.
But she takes it seriously.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's what's funny about it.
If she was doing it as a sick joke, it would be a really good movie.
Why don't you write a movie? You think you're so funny. Why don't you write a movie?
Why don't you get together with Gina Gershon?
Oh, that's right.
That movie.
Seriously, why don't you ever write a movie? Sit down and write one of these screenplays.
I'm about the only person who hasn't written a movie.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And
I go
how
to Disneyland.
else do you think you're going to get into a movie?
Yeah, no one's going to put you in one. Maybe if you write one, they'll put you in it.
I'm auditioning for the Ted Demi Ashes.
Right.
Hey, Ashes!
How about a movie about a guy who goes to Disneyland and goes alone?
Yes.
And he's really cheap. And he won't pay for any of the rides.
He gets him a teacup.
Yes.
That's fun. All right, let's go to Frank. Okay, Frank.
Howard.
Yes.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
This local station out here is giving you a bad rap out here, bro.
What local station?
I'm out here in San Diego, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw. And
the guys, you mean the Howard Stern clones?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise me. A lot of the markets we're in, there's the exact Howard Stern show on in the morning.
And their job is to speak badly about it.
And their job is to basically badmouth me, even though they owe their entire careers, their whole style to me, but it doesn't make a difference. What am I going to do?
Oh, okay.
I don't know Chainsaw and Shelley, but I'm sure they sound identical to this show.
Yeah, they're a bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
Come out here and blow them out of the ratings.
All right, I'm going to do it.
Fred, we need to hear more of Fred.
Yes. Couldn't agree more. Thank you.
Yes. We say that all the time.
I just find that a lot of these shows sit and make fun of me. I never heard of them. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking to a wall.
Yes. This is why it was so popular in school. Yeah.
Did you get beaten up a lot?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
Well, me too.
Did you have one person who particularly picked on you, or you would you get sick on the way to school, and because you were worried about that encounter with that one person?
I hated school.
Hey, Gilbert, it's Steve Austin. Give me your lunch money.
Oh, it's that wrestling kid.
Yeah.
Juan, go ahead. You're on the air.
Howard, you're the man.
Thank you.
Quick question for Godfrey there. I wanted to see what his whole take was on the whole John Ritter death since he worked with him.
Were you very affected by John Ritter's death?
Yeah, I'm trying to audition for...
8 Simple Rules? You would like to replace him?
I figure there's a job open there.
Are you affected
were you affected at all?
Well, it definitely means there won't be another Problem Child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No sequel.
That was the first thing I thought of.
You worked with him in the movie Problem Child?
Yeah, and Problem Child, too.
Was he the genius they claim he was? Did you see any signs of genius?
Tell us what it was like to work with him.
He worked with Orson Welles during the end, and few people remember this.
I mean, are you shocked that he has now become a genius? There's hope for everyone else.
See, I should die right now.
Yeah. Do you think they'd honor you as a genius? I think you'd be pretty forgotten, right?
Yeah, I think immediately.
Now, you actually did scenes with him?
Oh, yeah.
And did he crack you up? How did you get...
Gilbert learned everything from him. Was it difficult to be around him and not laugh?
Show me how to fall off a hammock.
Oh, yeah.
So you saw, you were not moved. Did you go to the funeral? Did you contact the widow?
I wasn't even invited to the funeral. Although I heard inside John Ritter's funeral dirt that they never sent an invitation to Suzanne Summers.
Good.
Yeah, because she was like calling every single show to cry.
Oh, absolutely.
She figured this is her chance to get back on TV.
I mean, she literally picked up the phone and called Midday Live and said...
I called you because you like family. I love that line.
Yeah, oh, yes. She called before they announced it. You know what I mean?
She called while he was just nauseous.
Yes. Right. She called while he was saying, I feel a little tired.
Right.
The best thing she said was that they were looking for a project to do together.
Yes, because how can he deny it now?
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, do you ever get affected? Do you ever think about someone that you worked with once they die, or do you just go on with your day?
I usually go on with my day.
Right. Okay.
Did you say you were friendly with John Ritter?
Oh, yeah. When I was working with... And it's funny. It's like... Most people, when you hear about them dying, it's just like a good story to tell everyone else.
Yes.
Were you upset when you saw Suzanne Summers calling everyone? Did you want to call into some shows?
Yeah, why did you call?
I figured I might as well cash in on it.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't call.
Yeah, but I love that she said, yes, we were planning on working together, because then you could call the producers and say, so I'm sure John told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no project for him, for her and John Ritter.
What project would that be?
Yeah, I want proof. All right, Dan, you're on the air.
Yeah, I have my son on the phone. He wants to speak to the parent from Aladdin.
All right, you have your how old is your son?
David, go ahead.
I'm 9.
All right. Become the parrot, please, from Aladdin.
He wants to talk to
entertain this child.
Well, do you want to talk to Artie? Hey there, son.
Son,
oh, my God.
I'm Savage Dean Austin.
It's the parrot. Sonny.
Oh, my God. That's the parrot.
Yeah, you're 9 years old.
Oh, my God.
Hey, son, I'm going to get you in a headlock. Hey.
Oh,
Gilbert, I mean, the parrot wants to know what you look like.
I'm big and muscular.
You're what?
And I'm wearing trims.
How old are you again?
9.
And what do you look like?
You suck, Gilbert Gottfried.
All right. We're going to take a break. Robin, what's the lead story in the news?
You suck. Oh, my goodness. What's the lead story? Come here.
In China, they still eat animals.
The 9-year-old wanted to go to Disneyland with you.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking at a marketplace where they have...
we eat animals, too.
Cages of cats.
Oh, that kind of
We're
animal.
talking about pets.
Oh.
Cats, dogs, rodents. They eat just about everything.
Wow.
So we'll be talking about that.
They got a lot of people over in China. They don't know how to feed them. You know, I mean...
The wild animal market stocks pigeons, dogs, cats, snakes.
We eat rabbits and deer.
Well, you do. I don't.
I don't. I'm saying our country does.
But it's so... I mean, look at those are cats. Those are house cats.
We eat dolphins.
In cages. We don't try to eat dolphins. They sometimes get caught in our tuna net.
We eat savage Steve Austin.
We eat dolphins.
And what does he yell when you stick a fork into him, Artie?
I'm done.
Okay.
We don't eat rodents. They do.
Gilbert does. They're free.
Yeah.
There's plenty of them here in New York.
So many in my apartment.
And
I eat rodents.
I make an omelet out of them.
See, we keep fooling around, but they think that's where the SARS virus may have started.
I believe it.
From the eating of these animals. And then it spread all over the world.
Gilbert eats cockroaches.
Yes.
Yes, Ghetto.
Yeah, Ghetto, let me tell you something, Howard.
Excuse me,
a
are
long
you
time
black?
I've been listening to you, and all you do is degrade black people. You never get the black side, you know what I'm saying? You never put people on a pedestal. Every time you say, whether it's Kobe, now you have that stupid cornbread eating Mickey Rivers.
It's a white guy.
I think.
No, I ain't no white guy. I'll go right up there right now.
You're white.
Put you in your big nose. You know about blackness, baby. When you going to have a couple black man up in there?
Where would we find him? Is it you, sir?
I even talk to you. You and your fake dreads. You look like Predator.
Oh, get out of here.
That sounds like Steve Austin.
Could we have you on the show?
All right, we got to take a break.
I'm black.
We'll be back with Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's in Manhattan. For tickets, call 212-757-4100. I think that was Colin Powell, actually.
Oh, yes.
He calls this show a lot. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and do the news for you right after.
I'm Molly Culver. I'm Pamela Anderson. And I'm Natalie Rattan. Hi, we're Pam Anderson's friends.
No matter what you achieve in your life, you will never have a girl as pretty as Pam. But if you're quick, you will have the next 5 seconds to pleasure yourself to their lovely voices.
Howard Stern.
That was brilliant.
That's the closest you'll ever come to being with Pam.
Yeah, right.
Now clean yourself up, pig. You're listening to the Pig of Pigs. Howard rocks.
This is Howard Stern Show.
See Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's in Manhattan. For tickets, call 212-757-4100. Do you collect memorabilia from your movies and things in case it'll be worth something one day?
I heard somebody did have an autographed picture of me that no one was bidding on.
On eBay?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it embarrassing for you to go on the eBay and see that your picture is worthless? Certainly someone would pay something for your
Yeah. Obviously not.
No. Wow. Well, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Spent a career in show business and nobody cares.
Well, when I die, Suzanne Summers will call up.
I doubt it. When Gilbert thought he was dying and they had him taken by ambulance because it was a burst appendix, he got upset because he called me and goes, I didn't want to call an ambulance. I was afraid it would end up on the front page of the Post. I said, Gilbert, it's not even mentioned in the Post.
It wasn't even in the penny saver.
It wasn't even any paper that you went to the hospital. He's afraid. He was afraid.
Didn't he finally call and say, start mentioning me?
Yeah.
Because nobody has seemed to care.
He said, could you mention my name? Because it's very sad.
While I was being wheeled into surgery,
I got sucked into it.
If your ambulance happened to drive by Ben Affleck, he would have been on the cover of the book.
Gilbert was in the hospital for like 18 days at this point, and I get a call, and he goes, "Do you mind mentioning me?"
I've heard from no one.
The guy was afraid to be on the front page of the Post.
I did wind up in the Post eventually with the Saturday Night Live curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got that.
Yeah.
You have to admit, I mean, you must have been crushed when no one wrote up the fact that you were almost dead. I mean, you laugh about it now, but I remember how hurt you were.
Remember he had an epiphany? He was getting out of show business?
Well, he saw nobody cares about his career. He's doing this for nothing.
I was going to work with Mother Teresa.
Teresa.
But she
Teresa. What was your plan to get out of...
She didn't want to work with me.
No. Imagine you left show business. What would you be doing? Well, Gilbert told me he has an exciting week coming up. He's flying to California to do Hollywood Squares, and then he's going to appear on the TV show Becker.
Wow.
Because Murder, She Wrote's off the air. So,
how did you get tapped for this exciting role in Becker?
John Ritter died.
Yeah. So sorry.
Yes.
So, Caroline's the same actor, or maybe you thought of something new?
Maybe I'll think of a new joke before tomorrow, but I can't promise anything.
By the way, on Becker, Gilbert plays an ostrich.
I'm branching out.
What is your role on Becker? Have you seen the script?
Do you know I haven't even seen the script
You
yet.
agreed to do it? Without you don't care about what they have you do or how they make you appear? Doesn't matter.
It could be hardcore porn.
Right. You don't care.
I don't care.
You don't even know how many pages of dialogue or anything.
Becker bangs an ostrich.
What if it's Becker puts a pine cone in your ass? You don't care?
Well, that would be a very special...
A special Becker.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Robin, who's anxiously waiting to get the news on the air. Thank you.
Very good.
Serious.
This is a special request news story. Artie wanted me to say...
Hey, I'm Steve.
How you doing?
That Norm Macdonald is getting very good reviews in the papers today for his new series that debuts tonight.
Well, I pointed that out to Artie.
No, but I also
It's
noticed...
called Hooper.
He got another one in another paper.
The Daily News gave him 3.5 out of 4 stars.
Yes. So
they're saying that this is like one of the best sitcoms you've ever seen.
They say A Minute with Stan Hooper is a new Fox sitcom that is beautifully crafted and unexpectedly genial piece of comedy.
Yeah. Obviously, they'll never ask me to be on that.
Well, poor Artie was on Norm's last horribly reviewed sitcom.
Oh, I did an appearance on that, too.
Yeah, you did that. Gilbert was on the show.
Does it make you mad in a sense that why couldn't Norm do a brilliant sitcom when you were on his sitcom?
Let me tell you something. Not to sound too sentimental. I wouldn't trade 2 years on the show to be on any sitcom.
Oh, there you go.
That's the truth.
Unless they call.
But, I would be worth $20 million.
Right. Your whole life would be different.
I wouldn't be doing the Pittsburgh Funny Bone. But no, look, I'm happy for Norm.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
I am, too.
He's a good guy.
Happy.
All of us are going to throw a party for him.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's
I've got a
great guy.
glow in my heart. I love when someone else is doing it.
Congratulations, Norm.
Right, Norm.
Hey, Norm, congratulations.
Hey, I'm Steve Olsen. Yeah. Hey, what happened to the old news theme song?
Which one?
Did Fred not put
With
it
the
on
high-pitched voice. Yeah, you oh, that one. No, you really like my views. And I get a big boner whenever you do the news.
Wow, I love that one.
I get aroused from your news. You know what's great about that? That was a song written for Ringo Starr.
I even saw
it. He was supposed to be on that day.
I even saw you did Crank Anchors.
Oh, yes.
And that went horribly wrong. You couldn't make a phony phone call, is that right? It went nowhere.
They tore up the puppet. Yes.
There's no longer a Gilbert puppet.
No, there's no more Gilbert puppet. What else is in the news, Robin?
We talked about this earlier. I thought Gilbert would like to know. A mom wants a teacher who made a racist remark to her child and is still teaching her to be fired. A white Queens teacher has come under fire for allegedly asking a black fourth grader whether a picture of a gorilla on her folder was of her family.
Hey, is that your family?
So,
but But then she apologized and said, here, have a banana. So it's okay.
Actually, she apologized and said, don't tell anybody I said that to you. But the kid was depressed for several days, so the mother finally got to the bottom of why the kid was walking around depressed. She told the story of the teacher saying that, you know, the gorilla picture on her folder was a picture of her family.
If you don't tell anyone, I'll give you a tire to play with.
And the teacher has been reprimanded, but has been left in the classroom. So the mom is saying, you know, my daughter really shouldn't have to go and face that teacher every day.
Can you imagine a teacher says your family is basically looks like apes, and then they say, okay, the teacher can stay and teach the kid? That's insane.
Hey, who's that, your Uncle McGillo?
It doesn't make
Do you get a lot of exercise climbing the Empire State Building?
Doesn't make much sense. But these things do go on. What did you think of the story of the kid?
Can I walk you home to your cage?
You got an A, Mighty Joe.
You would have been a good teacher, Gilbert.
You know, Gilbert would never have stopped. He'd have gone on and on and on and on.
He's very sensitive to children. You'll never have children of your own, will you?
Apologize to your nigger parents. Will you please? I feel terrible about what I said.
You would, if you were a teacher, you would say that?
Yes.
Let me clean that up.
Tell your spook parents I feel terrible about the monkey remark. Now, here's a bag of peanuts.
Well, let me tell you, that teacher...
Think of what Artie does with his friends. He finds that funny.
I'm laughing at how horrible.
How horrible Gilbert is.
Yeah, I mean,
the teacher should be fired. Go ahead, Robin, yes.
What about the kid who was thrown out of school, or suspended at least, because his father's in the military?
That's right.
And he drew a stick figure picture of a Marine shooting a member of the Taliban.
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, he was suspended.
There's nothing. What is wrong with a Marine shooting a member of the Taliban?
The school thought it was offensive and inappropriate.
Can you believe
And they
this?
say they're taking it very seriously.
What school is this?
I think this was in... where is it?
What kind of school?
Jersey,
Well,
yeah.
I
In New Jersey.
take this
You mean to
serious.
tell me the kid's father's a Marine and he's drawing a picture of his father killing someone in the Taliban? What
Well,
that's...
he didn't even say it was his father.
I think this is offensive to the Taliban.
No, seriously, what are we, a nation of traitors? That's good. During World War II, if you drew a picture of a soldier killing a Nazi, they would have praised you.
Right.
That's unbelievable. You can't even go to war anymore.
Come on.
The teacher just called in and said, this is like shooting a spook.
Stop that. Really, what's the matter? You're really a racist.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Chauncey Hayden, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
All right.
This is kind of funny. When Gilbert just got out of the hospital, whoever was repping him back then called my office and said, look, Gilbert just got out of the hospital. Can you call him up and can you put him on the cover and ask him just about what it was like being sick and how he feels now? So we went ahead, we put him on the cover, we asked him about it, and all he did was complain about how you never went to visit him and how horrible you are.
Who, me?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I went to visit Gilbert a whole bunch of times in the
He was
hospital.
never on the cover of anything, too.
He was upset. He was really upset.
Well,
Wait a minute. You were getting Gilbert pajamas?
Listen, no one in show business wanted to go see Gilbert.
Every visitor that went to see Gilbert is you're responsible for.
And what magazine was I on the cover of?
In fact, the way I got people to go visit Gilbert, I had to beg people to go visit.
You had to call in favors.
Whenever a guy would come on the show, I'd say, listen, would you mind going to visit Gilbert in the hospital?
I go, well, sure, I'm Savage Steve.
I mean, I feel embarrassed telling Gilbert this now, but Belgian went there. Belgian went there and read the newspaper.
And so remember that he got the magicians, Penn and Teller.
I even got those two magicians to entertain him.
No, he was upset. I got to go back and read what he said because he was so angry at you.
Wow.
And what about remember he was having you run around looking for a thermometer?
Well, finally I put my foot down.
Yeah.
I finally put my foot down. You had me getting pajamas. I finally said, Gilbert, there's a drugstore from where you live. Just call them up and they'll deliver. Oh, no, I don't want to.
I can't make that call.
Oh, you're a mess.
So he couldn't have badmouthed you.
I tell you what. I booked all his hospital appearances.
Yes.
I did. Stop it. You know what it was like begging his mother to go visit him? Robin, what else is in the news?
J-Lo was in town yesterday and got to meet the mayor. She's been named to some commission. to deal with Hispanics in, media and communication and entertainment here in the city. So she's going to sit on that commission. So she met with the mayor yesterday. They had a little press conference. She gave him a kiss.
Wow.
He blushed. And Ben Affleck was in the background, just standing there.
He said, man, this is really hot watching my girlfriend make out with another guy.
So the two of them are around, and they do say she's still wearing a great big engagement ring. The tabloids are now saying they are going to elope.
Right.
So bless them, and good luck. A spectacular solar blast is headed for the Earth. The third largest recorded, according to astronomers. It's expected at about noon Eastern time today. It poses no direct threat to people.
There it is.
But it could wreak havoc with communications.
Yes, I've heard that it might interrupt our cell phone service.
That's right.
Do you have a cell phone?
No, I don't.
You don't have a cell phone?
Yeah, but with all these explosions going on, it's hard to get reception.
Solar blast.
As a precaution, NASA instructed space station astronauts to periodically seek shelter from the storm's effect in the station's Russian module. And yes, as you said, our cell phones might be affected. Pagers, cell phones, your BlackBerries might all be affected. You guys are so childish.
Yeah, Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Howard, I just heard that on CNN, man. They said it's going to be a blast from Howard Stern's ass.
Yes.
Listen, can we get Gilbert to do a little bit of the count? The Pope? What's up with that? Come on.
Well, it's funny. I was going to bring this up to Gilbert. They're saying that the Pope is close to death.
Yeah.
And that...
They're paying close attention to his fart.
No, actually, he's close to death, and that they're saying he's appointed so many black cardinals that the next Pope is probably going to be black.
He's only hoping.
I want a nigger to take over my job.
Oh, stop it.
Why do you have to bother?
Why do you have to say that?
You know he's gotten into that mode.
To have a bone in his nose. And he could dance around a pot of boiling water. That he cooks up white missionaries in, going booga booga. I want the next Pope. Ooga booga.
Bring me the darkest boy to be the Pope.
Yum yum, eat 'em up.
Now, thank you. That was beautiful.
Are you happy
now? Are you happy?
Just keep it coming. I love it.
Give me a picture of a gorilla, and I will make him the Pope.
Are you now the racist Pope?
All right.
He brought his family with him.
Could we drop Gilbert into the wildfires in California?
Can we hear another solar blast?
Please, children, would you please be quiet when I accept the new Pope?
B2 Howard is a veteran Los Angeles TV reporter.
Oh, look, Savage Steve Austin just came by.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, how you doing, Pope?
B2 is a TV reporter in Los Angeles who has just been rescued by a firefighter from the flames that engulfed his news van as he was covering the California wildfires. And he actually burst into tears while he was doing his report. B2.
Your gear is what you take care of, and it is what we rely on to be able to bring these live reports.
It's not the gear. The gear is nothing. The truck is nothing. It's. I have such empathy for what these people have lost in their homes and their possessions. What we did was a part of work, and it was probably really stupid. And we were watching this person's house, and they had tried their best to save it. And I feel so badly for the people who lost their possessions. The truck, who cares? Stupid truck with a bunch of equipment in it. But I got to thank the firefighter who, I was inside the truck. I trying to get it started. And I jumped out of the driver's seat, and all there was flames. I saw Lee. He was outside.
I saw Gilbert Gottfried saying, she hasn't changed the joke at all.
I heard this voice. He just said, hey, Chuck, and he's calling at me. It was a fireman. And I just ran in his direction. He grabbed me, and he literally threw us in the back of his truck. Yeah.
Show me the truck.
I don't even know.
How do you know there was a truck? That was a lifesaver.
All right, there it is.
Wow.
Gilbert, now you never show emotion, do you?
He was there. He was laughing hysterically.
Yes, Lorraine, you're on the air.
It's Marie, but Lorraine is okay. I just told him I'm 36 years old and I just peed in my pants in the car.
What made you pee your pants in the car?
Well, Gilbert, number one, started it off, and the fact that Artie sounds like he's peeing his pants in the background.
I am.
Oh,
well, ma'am, I don't want to say anything, but I just defecated in my pants.
Now, what caused you to do that?
And he didn't even think it was funny. He just,
I just do that. There's nothing particularly funny going on. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Glad we could do that for you.
I just happen to love Gilbert's racist Pope character.
That's what I'll be opening with.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
All right, go ahead.
I accept the new nigger into the Vatican. Just make sure he doesn't steal anything from here. My watch is missing.
Your point is, I imagine, that you are not a racist, that you are,
But the Pope is.
you are commenting on
The character.
the character.
I can't help it, the Pope is a racist.
All right. So much for the easy laughs. Gilbert, I thought you were
Those
a professional.
colored people get back from the dead. To drink the blood of the living. To put them in big pots of boiling water and eat them like cannibals.
Bring me a colored cardinal.
Bring me Savage Steve-O's.
It's Stone Cold Steve-O's.
No, it's a black Steve-O's.
I've angered his family. Let's make on for it. This is how they celebrate before they eat you.
Gilbert some more.
Yeah, no, don't. Please don't.
N-word again and again.
Are you the only white comic that says the N-word?
Only here.
No, red buttons also.
Why don't you ever say that on Hollywood Squares?
Under the cloak of our protection.
Yeah.
No, Gilbert will be saying it on Becker.
Right, I'm sure. Some of those bird characters of his. Affleck is...
Hey, do you have that insurance? What? Nigger.
That's what's going to be happening.
Can you balance it out by insulting some other groups?
No.
Can you say Guinea a few times?
Your point is that you are not a racist, but you're commenting.
No, there's no point.
I hear
There's any point. There's no point.
Trying to understand his humor.
There's no understanding it.
All right. I think we've heard enough from you.
Bring those colors into the Vatican.
All right. Anyway, go ahead, Robin.
Goodness.
Racist Pope on the loose.
Out of control. They found another box cutter on a plane. State and federal law enforcement officials are
Should Gilbert have it? He'll put it with his maple syrup.
Well, that's how I open it.
Yeah.
Are investigating the discovery of a box cutter found on board a U.S. Airways commuter plane that arrived at Logan Airport in Boston. They don't know how it got there or why. They say no security was breached, but it was found, and then they did a thorough inspection of the plane.
All right.
So we are still finding all kinds of weapons on our plane.
Absolutely. Yes, Frank. I mean, Kevin.
Howard, what's happening, man?
Hey.
You got to hire Gilbert. You got to keep him on the air full time.
We might not even let him out of the studio.
You all should be very proud of yourself.
Chain his Jew ass right to the friggin' floor.
Keep him there. Be very proud of
Don't
Sal.
Don't get
bring
anti-Semitic.
race into it.
Keep him there, man. It's the best thing.
Well, yes, he really is.
Actually, Artie's the best thing that ever happened to the show.
Hey, have you ever heard Artie do his hillbilly accent?
What are you talking about, you two bastard?
There you go.
All right. Let's finish the news.
You talk that way.
This guy loves the edgy stuff.
The edgy stuff, please. Courtney Love has been charged with drug possession in Los Angeles.
Yes.
She now faces possession charges stemming from her arrest earlier this month after breaking windows at her boyfriend's house. She allegedly was carrying prescription drugs for which she had no prescriptions.
When asked to comment, she said, I didn't carry any drugs.
Yeah.
All right. Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal are at it again.
Savage Courtney Love.
They are fighting amongst themselves. I guess Kobe is upset with Shaquille.
Oh, boy, I hope that this doesn't cost the Lakers some wins this year.
I don't think they need him, quite frankly.
Oh, God.
He has been fined for his remarks. So they will now... he is healing. He didn't play last night because...
Is the Pope going to be fined for any of his remarks? Because he really...
No, he doesn't play for the Lakers.
He's obnoxious.
He can get away with
He's
it.
a racist.
Yeah.
Oh, those blacks. When the moon is full, they turn into monkeys.
Jesus.
Kobe gave an interview to ESPN by phone the other day while he was letting his knee heal and criticized Shaquille O'Neal.
Right.
So they are now trying to stop the fighting among the two of them on the team. The team met for 20 minutes and had a big team meeting. O'Neal has criticized Bryant in recent days for not being a team player, but had no comment after Tuesday's game. So they are still at it. Two superstars fighting with each other.
I think Becker just canceled him. Yes, this is the producer's Becker.
Oh,
wait, Ted Danson's on the phone. Hey, Gilbert. Hey.
After you appear on our show, do they ever...
I've lost so many jobs.
Have you?
And it never teaches you.
No.
No, you can't help it.
Yeah, this is the producer of Becker. We heard Gilbert's racist Pope character.
And we ourselves loved it.
We get it.
We know you're not a racist. We know that you're trying to point out.
This is why you're always a bird.
We'll hire you as a bird. All right, anything else, Robin? Go ahead.
Yes, Scary Movie 3 is the #1 movie at the box office. Charlie Sheen is in it. And here he is on if he and his wife are trying to have a baby. You know,
That's
he's
important.
married to Denise Richards.
All right, let's get to some important news now.
Yes, we were. But when the reality hits you that you achieved that goal and now the waiting begins, it's a whole...
What's he talking about?
What's she talking about, Willis?
Maybe she's already pregnant, I guess.
I don't know.
He's not saying anything.
And are they, now that they are anticipating, is he reading books like What to Expect When You're Expecting, A2?
She is, yeah. She has that one. Yeah. I'm usually buried in the script at night, so I don't have a lot of time. I don't think there's really a book that can tell you what to do or what to expect.
He's buried in a script at night.
Instead of a book, he's reading the Scary Movie 3 script.
Yeah. No time for both.
I really have to get into character for that. How long before he nails another girl?
Oh, I would imagine it's already happened.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Nick Nolte, of course, was the dad in the Incredible Hulk movie,
right.
which is coming to DVD. It's actually on DVD now. You can pick it up in a store. So it gives me an opportunity to play a Nick Nolte cut. Here he gives a scientific explanation of what is happening to his character's son in the movie. B1.
He does, in fact, inherit the entire genome, the human genome, with his alteration of these genes.
Is that Artie?
But he also...
Hey, at least the guy read the script.
All right, I'm usually buried in the script.
Nick Nolte sounds horrible, Robin.
Wow.
I love him. Clint Eastwood has a movie out right now. It's called Mystic River. He is the director. And Here's why the material was a great piece for the actors. A3.
It's not about special effects. There's no visual effects. Everything is real, photographed real.
Anybody get bit by a spider in that movie?
No,
if they don't, I'm not going.
Biting at all.
I love those kind of movies when people get bitten by spiders. They get superpowers.
Yes. And guess what? The Andy Griffith Show is going to be honored in North Carolina. They are actually unveiling a statue. It'll be placed in a park in Raleigh, North Carolina, and unveiled during a special ceremony.
Wow.
Andy Griffith is scheduled to be there.
Wow.
Artie does a great Andy Griffith.
And here's Artie. No, here's Andy to describe the statue. A4.
And Ronnie walking down with fishing poles toward the old fishing. It's the original, the first scene that we ever shot in the show.
Wow.
So there you go. They're honoring the Andy Griffith Show.
If there's a free buffet, Gilbert will go.
And here Andy says he only has one regret about the show. A5.
The one thing I regret about the old Griffith Show is that a few scenes I was seen smoking on screen. If I had it to do over again, I would never have done that.
So there. He would not smoke on camera today.
I thought he was upset that he didn't shoot Aunt B in one of those scenes.
I never banged Aunt B.
All right, Robin.
And that's what's happening.
Thank you. I want to thank Gilbert Gottfried for coming in. And
really, so offensive.
Very offensive.
Oh, be quiet.
So offensive. And see Gilbert tomorrow night at Caroline's in Manhattan. For tickets, call 212-757-4100.
I wouldn't even do the P. Diddy story for fear of what...
Gilbert might end up with a foot in his head.
Well, Gilbert, once again, you've pointed out that there is racism in this country.
Yes.
And that there's...
And it's nothing to be laughed at.
That there's nothing funny about it.
No, that you are the leader of it.
Yes.
All right. Gilbert, good luck with your gigs and your exciting life out in California with Becker and Hollywood Squares.
Good luck being the first Jewish Grand Dragon of the clan.
Right. I want to thank anyone else for stopping by. Stone Cold Steve Austin will be at Planet Hollywood.
Oh, there he is now.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Matt Bon Jovi, thank you. John Bon Jovi's brother.
Yeah. What does he sound like?
And former New York Yankee Mickey Rivers. Hey. We'll see you tomorrow.